residents on Hawaii's Big Island are in shock after police say they arrested a man accused of killing 3 elderly men in a brutal triple homicide.
Yeah, so the motive remains a mystery, but questions are already mounting over whether this bloodshed could have been prevented after 2 neighbors reportedly tried to get temporary restraining orders against the accused killer, only to be denied by the courts.
Yeah, Newsmax crime correspondent Jason Mattera has the story. Jason?
Yeah, Mark, Charlotte, Jacob Baker had his first court appearance yesterday, where he now faces first and second-degree murder charges in an alleged killing spree that left 2 69-year-old men and 1 79-year-old man dead. But here's where the familiar timeline begins. Days before the bodies were found in the Puna district of the Big Island, 2 restraining orders were filed against Jacob Baker on May 22nd. In one petition, a woman said that neighbors no longer felt safe in their own homes, claiming Baker would walk onto their property, make physical threats, and then say he was going to squat there. And it wasn't the only complaint against the defendant. One victim's daughter said that Baker had been acting erratically.
He seemed to be in some type of psychotic rage where he was yelling incoherently and attacking people and their dog, and they had to restrain him.
And yet, despite that alleged psychotic rage and despite those threats being put before the court, the temporary restraining orders were denied, with the judge saying there wasn't enough evidence presented that Baker had been harassing members of this rural community. That restraining order denial came on Tuesday, May 26th, one day after the first body was discovered, and on the very same day, the other 2 bodies were found. And now friends and family are left mourning 3 lives taken too soon, allegedly at the hands of a man residents had already warned the courts about.
I'm feeling the waves of grief just washing in different ways. He was a cornerstone of that very special community.
And Mark, Charlotte, and Jacob Baker's first court appearance yesterday, we learned that the guy apparently had been convicted in California previously for assault with a deadly weapon. He had an active warrant for a probation violation at the time of these alleged murders, but it doesn't appear any California officials were trying to bring him in.
Wow. Really unbelievable. And like you said, this crime could have been prevented if proper measures were taken. All right, Jason, thank you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.